Hey guys, it is me Stace. Welcome back to another No Gadget Needed project. Today we're making this really fun waterfall card. I've made this card plenty of times, but in case you have not seen it, this is the front. So it's a really fun interactive card. Isn't that cute? And then we have the inside there. Alright, super easy to make. You will just need a lot of paper. Let's first start with the base of the card. So we have the card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5. You want to score this at 4 1/4. I'm going to fold that. And that's the card base, okay? Then we need 2 pieces of white cardstock. These both measure 4 by 5 1/4, and this is for the outside, and then one of them is for the inside. Then we have our other white pieces. This one measures, in my notes I had it at 1 7/8 by 4 1/2. If you do 4 1/2, this is that piece right here. It goes all the way to the end. I'm not doing that, so I did it to be 1 7/8 by 4 1/4, and we'll see the difference there. So 1 7/8 by 4 1/4. Then you'll need 4 pieces of white. They all measure 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. Now, if you don't like working in the eighths, you can certainly make this be, because this, our square here is 2 by 2, you can make this be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, okay? All right, then we have the blue pieces. 4 of those. These all measure 2 by 2. This one measures 1 by 4, and this one measures 2 by 9. And I will have everything listed below for you guys. Let's first start with the 2 by 9 piece. With this one, we're going to do some scoring on it. So I'm just using my Cricut trimmer. Alright, so we're going to score this one at, so 2 by 9, we're going to score it at 2 inches. 2 inches first. And then again at 2 3/4. And then again at 3 1/2. And then 4 1/4. Okay, we're done with that. Let's take this. Just fold all those. And when you're folding, just make sure everything is still straight. I know with me sometimes I'm in a hurry to score, and I often score it a tad bit crooked. Alright, so this is the actual waterfall part of the card. Alright, let's do our stamping. So we have the piece for the outside, and also the piece for the inside. We're going to do both of these. Alright, I'm using May's stamp set. It's called Celestial. I'm using the mermaid. I'm using the greeting here. I'm using a lot of images. Alright, so I have this paper tray ink, Spring Rain ink. It's the same color as my cardstock. And we're going to stamp the water. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper to stamp on. Alright. Now I just want to stamp water drops everywhere so it has that background. Again, if you don't want to do this, you can always use whatever paper you like. I said before, I often like creating my own background paper. Plus, it's cheaper. And I'm rotating the cardstock as I'm stamping to not create a pattern. Just so they're all going different directions. Maybe one more down here. I could probably squeeze one right up in there. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Now, this one, what we want to do, you don't want to put this on your card yet because we get to attach the waterfall part here, okay? So we have our 1 inch by 4 inch piece. That's going to go down about a 1/2 inch above the bottom, all right? And to glue that down, you can either use it with brads or glue. I'm actually going to use a sticky strip just to make sure that it does not come undone. This is like 1/8 of an inch, so I'm going to use 2 of them. Okay. So again, maybe about a half inch up from the bottom. just going to put it on the side like that. Then take this one off. That way I can make sure it goes on there straight. So I'm actually using my grid on my mat and lining up the blue on my grid to make sure my card is nice and straight. Then I can just bring this over and line it up on the other side. And I did cut it a tad bit large. Just go ahead and cut off any extra. Right there. Okay, now we can attach this to our card, the card front. And again, I'm just using my Scotch Advanced Tape Runner here, a tape glider, otherwise known as an ATG. Okay, this is going to go. I think I might be a tad bit crooked there, guys. That's okay. All right, that's going to go in the front. All right, now for the inside of the card, we have the other piece of 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to stamp that same water on the bottom. Again, just so it brings some interest on the inside. All right, now for the greeting, I already have that. It says, "I treasure our friendship." I already have that in my mini Misty lined up. I'm going to get this in here like that. And for that, I'm using basic gray ink, which is the same color as my card base. Okay, go ahead and get a bit of squish. Beautiful. All right, we can set that aside now and put this on the inside of our card. So it's a lot of pieces, but it's one of those cards, again, that has that wow factor. Like when you give it to somebody, they're going to be like, "Wow, you made that?" "Yes, I did." Alright, that's going to go on the inside, so the card's done. Now if you want to stop right there and just add an image here, you can do that. Alright, but we're going to continue on with our images. Alright, so I have my 4 squares. Now again, if you want to make yours be even numbers, this strip here is 2 inches by 9, and these squares are 2 by 2. They fit on there perfectly. You can always make these pieces be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, that's your choice. Alright, so I'm going to grab the gray ink and then just grab some images from that Celestial stamp set. So we have a shell, and then we have a starfish. Alright, and then we have a heart. And then lastly, we have the seahorse. This is a really fun stamp. And I'm going to kind of stamp him kind of sideways a little bit so I can fit more of them on there. Okay, that's done. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and stamp. I just threw something on the ground. Hopefully it wasn't the piece I needed. I think it was a blue piece. Hang on. I gotta move. I got dogs under my desk. Alrighty, so I got all my pieces. Alright, so for this piece here, this is the piece that pulls out. Okay? I'm gonna grab the mermaid. Again, that same gray ink. And I cut this one shorter to be 4 1/4 versus 4 1/2, and we'll see if we like that one better. And then we have our greeting here, another greeting that says we mermaid for each other. I'm going to just kind of put that one on the bottom. Okay. All right, then again, back with our water droplets, just to fill the empty spaces. Okay. All right, so all of our stamping is done. I'm going to close this. Now we're going to assemble. Alright, so you'll see here these little square marks. So one piece is going to go here, glued down. The next piece is going to go, okay. So I'm going to do, I have my seahorse in the front, so I'm going to do my seahorse. oops, before I do that, we need to glue them to our blue. Okay, let's do our blue first. So if you cut these to be 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 versus the 1 7/8, you're just going to have a larger border. You'll see more blue. I've done it that way before as well. Just a personal preference. Alright, now our last one right here. Okay, alright, so now whatever piece you want to be on top, okay, is going to go, if you fold this down, is going to be on that one solid piece here. So I'm going to do my seahorse. Okay, so I'm going to put him right here, lining up the blue with the blue. Okay, now this one, you want to put the glue on this piece versus these because we're only going to glue part of it. That way it does that flipping. Okay? Alright, so just put glue right there. I'm actually going to bring my scrap paper in again because I want to have glue go edge to edge. So I'm actually going off and then on again. Okay, and then just fold that glue over. Let's go ahead and do, so you're going to line it up with, actually I need some more glue there. Okay, I'm going to line it up with that swirl mark right here. Just like that, to make sure it's straight before I drop it. And the next one. Okay, and then this one here. I need some more glue there. I need to go edge to edge. There we go. Okay. Actually, I did it wrong. Whatever piece you want to go on top, you want to have that be the last piece you add on. So I did do it backwards. I apologize for that. Okay, they're all on there. Just going to make sure I don't have any glue on the sides here, and I don't. Okay, so there's our waterfall effect. Okay, let us bring our card base over. Alright, I want to glue this piece on as well. That's going to go right here, and I'm going to kind of make it more toward the top. But you want to make sure you glue this one to where you have these guys all facing down. Flip it up, it gets glued right there. So again, I made this one be 4 1/4. You can certainly make it be 4 1/2 if you want to. And I'm going to punch a hole right there with my big bite. And I'm using the larger setting, so I'm punching the hole in the blue. To where last time it was in the blue and the white, and I didn't care for that. And I have this string here. Just going to go ahead and cut a chunk of it off. And I'm going to double it up. Alright, set that aside for a minute. Let's work on this one. So now you want to put this in here. Okay, this is going to go in. This is going to go under. Make sure you have glue all the way to the edges right there, because if you don't, it's going to get stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and just open that up a little bit and just put a little squirt of glue behind there, just to hold that down. Okay, so now it's going to go under there. There we go. So now to glue it, you want to have, if you're looking at it this way, you want to glue just this piece, but only half of it, and that's going to get lined up with this piece down here. Okay, see that? So you're going to take all these pieces, you're going to put glue on this piece for that. Just make sure it's in the center, how you like it. Okay, you want to have, you're focusing on this bottom piece right here, having that be even with the bottom blue here. Okay, just take a minute to get it lined up how you like it. To where it's straight. I'm going to hold it down, then put glue right there. Okay, and then bring this piece down. Oop, I moved it. Just again, make sure it's straight, it's nice and straight, and give it a push. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this out. Okay, so there's the waterfall, and grab and put our twine in here. So I have two pieces of twine together. I'm just making a loop, putting them through the back of that, opening up the loop, then or the two loops, then taking this piece and pushing it through. Okay, and that creates our little thing there. And actually on the back side of this, I'm going to put a dab of glue just to hold that in place. Okay. Alright, then I go ahead and clip these off. And our card is done. Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, I definitely went too low. Can you see this one? I wanted this to end here. Mine's kind of ending flush with the cardstock, but either way, super cute. So you just pull it, you can see everything. Really, really fun. And then we have the inside as well. This is I Treasure Our Friendship. All right, there you have it. A No Gadget Needed waterfall card. Again, you can use brads here. All different kinds of ways you can make it different. Any questions, guys, let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.